Commodity TV from the PDAC 2025 here in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. And we are now diving fully into the uranium sector. And we are at the booth of Skyharbor Resources. And with me is Jordan Trimble, the CEO. Jordan, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Great to be here.
Up. Yeah.
Always pleasure.
Yeah.
So, Jordan, we know each other for 9 years now, I believe.
Yep.
And I have the feeling that your prospect generator model is gradually paying off. So you have a lot of, 30 million in exploration expenditures, 13 million in cash payments, and 20 million value in shares that you get from your partners.
Correct. Yeah. So we've built up this prospect generator business really in the last 5 or 6 years. It's been a rapidly growing part of the business that, as you just highlighted, could potentially see over 70 million in combined project consideration come in, about half of that in exploration funding from these partner companies, the other half in cash and shares. A great way for us to keep equity dilution down because we get these annual cash and share payments from the partners, typically brings in a couple $1,000,000 a year. And then most importantly though, it allows us to focus on our main projects while these other companies work and advance these secondary and tertiary projects. So we're expecting the 9 partner companies we currently have, we're expecting most of them will be either drilling or carrying out work this year. And the combined drilling from all of these partners probably total to well over 15,000 meters. In fact, wow. Orano, a strategic partner of ours, they've just announced, we've just announced with them a 6,000 to 7,000 meter drill program at the Preston joint venture. We also have another company, partner company, Terra, that's doing a 2,500 meter winter program here shortly, and a few other partner companies as well that'll be drilling in the next few months. So it's a secondary part to our business. Obviously, our main focus and objective is exploration success at our 2 co-flagship Russell and Moore Lake projects, but it adds a lot of optionality value for us and our shareholders, and again provides this opportunity to participate in some of these other programs that the partners are funding.
Yeah, you already mentioned it. Moore Lake is very high grade, your own project, 200%. And in combination with the Russell Lake project, a joint venture with Cameco, Orano?
Rio.
Oh, Rio Tinto, sorry.
Yeah.
Rio Tinto. What can we expect from these 2 projects? In 2025?
Great question. We just announced an 18,000 meter drill campaign, largest ever annual drill campaign. 18.
Wow.
We're fully funded, fully permitted for this. So we'll do about 11 or 12,000 meters at Russell. We've just started the first 5,000 meter winter phase of drilling at Russell. It's going to go into high priority targets that we have at that project, quite close to Wheeler River. So it's the project, it's all the ground to the north, to the east, and to the south of Denison's Wheeler River project. Denison's our largest corporate shareholder.
Yeah.
They've been a strategic partner of ours for a number of years. Yeah. So a lot of these conductors that we're testing on Russell, which host uranium, they're uraniferous. They're simply the extension or continuation of those conductors from Wheeler River. So it's a very, it's a coveted project that we were able to get the deal done with Rio on. We now own the majority interest. We've completed the earn-in. We're the operator.
70%?
Yeah, just under 60% currently.
Okay.
Great having Rio Tinto as another strategic partner and JV partner. And so, yeah, we're very, very excited to get back to work there. Last year, we announced the first multi-% high-grade drill intercept at the Fork target, up to 3% over a half a meter, 3% U3O8. So a great result early on in what we think could be a major new discovery. So we're going to continue to follow up on that and test some regional targets at the project as well. Now at our Moore Lake project, we're going to move the rig back to Moore Lake after we complete this first phase of drilling at Russell, and we're going to drill another 5,000 to 7,000 meters at Moore Lake this year. Now, this project we've had in our portfolio for a number of years, very high-grade drill results previously there, including 21% U3O8 over 1.5 meters. That was within 6 meters of 6% U3O8. And last year, we announced 7.3% U3O8 over 3 meters. So very high-grade mineralization, relatively shallow, which is interesting because there is the potential down the road to look at this mineralization through the lens of either SABRE or ISR as one of the surface mining methods. And so what we're doing there is we're going to continue to expand that high-grade zone. You have several high-grade pods of mineralization along a conductive corridor, but we're also going to be testing some regional targets, some new targets that we've identified at the project using some new geophysical techniques. So we're going to continue expanding the deposit there, adding pounds, but also looking to make new discoveries. And we are working on a 43-101 report for later this year as well at the project. So both of those two projects, again, 18,000 meters of drilling between the two, multi-phase. It'll be right through the year, provide lots of news flow, and then we'll also have the news flow from our partner companies as well.
This would be the first ISR project in the Athabasca Basin?
Denison's proposing to use ISR to mine the Phoenix deposit, which is just to the
next to Wheeler River.
It's in Wheeler River, next to our Russell Lake project, and so they've done a fantastic job de-risking it. Clearly, it looks like it's going to work very well. It's going to be a very low-cost mine. So yes, this does open the door for other projects that have potentially ISR amenable mineralization to look at that as the mining method in the basin going forward.
When can we expect first results out of this campaign?
So yeah, the drilling, again, we've just started the drilling. We do have some assays pending from late last year as well, which we're looking forward to getting out to the market. But yes, the drilling has just started. So it'll be at least, a few weeks. And then again, we'll just have consistent news flow right through the year from all the drilling that we're doing.
And then you staked another 63,000 hectares. What's the intention behind this?
Yeah, so we're always looking at opportunities when ground becomes available, or if we identify good targets at properties, that ground that hasn't been staked. It's relatively low cost online staking, and the other part of it too is it builds our property inventory, where we look to option or JV out these non-core projects. So that's a part of our prospect generator business. We've got 36 projects in total, over 1.5 million acres. We're the third largest mineral tenure holder in northern Saskatchewan. We continue to add to that, and then we'll look to option or JV out these projects to new partner companies.
To summarize everything, what would you say would be the most important catalysts for this year?
The drilling at Russell and more, for sure. That's a big key catalyst for us this year. We think this is the year we can deliver market-moving results. We hit high grade at both projects last year, and I think we're going to see the market pick up here. It's been a bit of a tough few months for the uranium market. The spot price has pulled back a little bit. It looks like it's found a bottom here. The long-term prices continue to move higher, though, the contract price. So I think this year we're going to see the next leg up. There's going to be a lot of contracting. Already in the month of January, we saw 17 million pounds contracted, on pace for replacement rate volumes this year. We're going to see a lot less uncertainty than there was last year, and that sidelined a lot of utility companies from contracting. And you have a major supply deficit to the tune of 30 to 40 million pounds. Yeah. You need over 2.2 billion pounds of contracting between now and 2040. The uncovered requirements are significant. So you're going to see utilities coming back to the market. You're going to see, I think, this year be the year where you have that next, this breakout, not just with the spot price, but with the long-term price as well.
Wonderful. Sounds great to me. So absolutely. Jordan, thank you very much for this insight in the company and the uranium market. And all the best for this year. And we keep fingers crossed that you get some great results out of it.
Absolutely. Keep an eye out for our news and our partner news. And one last note, too, you brought up the staking. We're in negotiations to option and JV out some of these other properties we own 100% of. So it's a very catalyst-rich year ahead of us.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jordan Trimble, CEO of Skyharbor Resources. You heard it. A lot of news to come from the own projects and the partner projects. I would say check out this very interesting company, and bye-bye from Toronto.